Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are all great and have had a fantastic week. I didn't do a video last week. I just got busy. I had to be in the office and that just kind of takes up my time. But I'm here now. I just finished making my coffee and I've been doing a lot more coffee at home lately versus going to like the coffee shops, even though I like that whole ritual, especially after like a workout or on the weekends. Mike walks down and meets me after Pilates and we go get like a coffee or a tea in his case. So I love that ritual, but you know, matchas are $8 a matcha. So they're so expensive. So if I can come home and kind of do my coffee, I've been kind of craving my Cuban coffee. You guys saw me do it this morning. So I'm doing that. I have been getting a few questions about like my story, like who am I and what do I do? Because my videos are just kind of random. I'm just kind of sharing things that I like and I like to do and I like to wear and I like to buy and whatever. So I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, I'm like multi-hyphenated, and I'm just trying to navigate middle age and live my best life and share what I find inspiring and kind of what's inspiring me at the moment. And there's no like ulterior motive or anything. I'm not an influencer. I'm just kind of trying to live my life and trying to do it well and figure out the ups and downs of it all. And, you know, I just take it day by day. So that's really my story. We are business owners, so I spend a lot of my time navigating that balance of I'm a mom first. That is what I love to do. That is where my priority lies with our son, Grayson. And, you know, he's almost out of the house. He's a junior in high school and life will change again once he goes off to college. So I'm just trying to stay present with him and with what I want to do on a day-to-day. And it's not always easy because sometimes I'm feeling like, oh, I'm not doing enough or I'm not doing it well enough or I want to do more business stuff. But I feel like this part of my life will be ending soon with Grayson going on and starting his life. So I'm just trying to take it all in. So that's my story. I love to do these videos. I love to connect with you guys. I find that your feedback is really great as long as it's positive. I just don't even deal with the negative. There's enough negativity in the world that I'm trying to just navigate away from that In this channel, I'm just not even gonna entertain it. So if your life is so boring that you feel like you need to tear down other people, you can go do it somewhere else. Not here. What else? I also got another question about like style and how I put my clothes together and how I work with proportions. You know what, you guys? I'm trying to always figure it out just like you are. Some days I feel well-rested, fit, amazing, where clothes just kind of fall on me and I feel great. And sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, like I just feel like crap. Just like all of you guys, I'm always trying to figure it out as well. And I think the number one thing for me when dressing is having an exercise plan, because I think we all feel better and look better when we are mentally fit and physically fit. And I think working out just helps us feel better in general. So that's the number one thing. I always tell Grayson, like, I work out not because I love it, but because I love being healthy. And the bottom line is I like to fit in my jeans, period. Heart health, mental health, physical health, that really is like the most important. So I think that's the number one thing when we're trying to get dressed and trying to find our style and trying to figure out like what works best for us. Work out, start there first. And then, I think since COVID, for me, because life is so different, I definitely went through like a style identity crisis. We didn't really get dressed. A lot of us were home. Athleisure wear was like our go-to. And I don't like to dress like that on a regular basis. Like, I'm wearing sweats now to like run out and do a drop off with Ugg boots and a sweatshirt. But for the rest of the day, I don't like to feel sloppy. I kind of like to feel put together. That doesn't mean that you look sloppy in sweats or that you don't like to wear that, because I think you should wear whatever you feel comfortable in. But for me, I always feel like if I I always think of like one of Grayson's teachers, or if I'm going into the office, like, do I want to feel so relaxed that I feel unprofessional? So I really try to get dressed, and coming out of the pandemic, I was like, how do I get dressed again? It's like I had an identity crisis. It's like I didn't know what to wear. I almost forgot like how to put things together. So I think that when you guys are looking for clothes and you're looking to shop, knowing your body type is key. I'm 5'2", 100 pounds, give or take a couple pounds. Sometimes I'm 98, sometimes I'm 101. So kind of knowing what your body type is should help in navigating what you choose. I'm Latin, so I have a booty. I have a curvy figure. I tend to have a really flat stomach, small arms. So when I wear jeans, I'm looking for things that kind of lift me, and at the same time, I'm comfortable. I don't like to be in things that are too restricting or tight, where I'm like kind of Pillsbury boy smushing out. I don't like that. Lifestyle is also really important, kind of like what your day-to-day is. Are you going to the office? Are you running around doing house stuff? I think that should dictate how you dress as well. What makes you feel good in your responsibilities that you have? I have always been an overdresser. Always, when you look back at like my prom photos or whatever, like my mom owned stores. I had access to like all of these dresses, and I was always the one that was like overdone. I was the one that always went to school, not in t-shirt and jeans, but just, I don't know, I was just overdone. And partly is because I didn't really know how to dress, but that's okay. Like if you are overdressed, I don't think you can go wrong. And it's always easy to kind of pull back when you're like overdressed. So nobody can give you your own style. I can show you what I like and I can show you how I put it together, but your style really has to come from you. That's where you're gonna look your most beautiful. There are so many times that I've looked at somebody wearing something and I'm like, ooh, I like that, but it doesn't look great on me. Now, there's a lot of times where I look at something and go, I definitely want that. Like, I know that that will look good on me. But that goes back to knowing who you are and kind of how you wear clothes. Play with proportions. Sometimes I roll up my jeans, not necessarily because it's my style, but because my height, I'm like, I gotta roll these jeans up because they're gonna be dragging. And I don't wanna cut them and I don't want them hemmed. So I'll just roll them up. Maybe add a sweater that kind of plays with the proportion of a cropped jean. Maybe it's a little bit longer sweater. I tuck in at the waist. Maybe a cropped something will look good with those cropped jeans. You have to kind of see how the proportions look. And I mean, that's just like you guys, that's what I do every day. And don't be afraid of like returning clothes. Like, I barely go to the stores anymore. I just don't find it enjoyable. I don't like having salespeople be like, what can I get you? What did it, like constantly following me? I hate that. So I do like Net-a-Porter and My Teresa and online retailers that offer a really easy return, I think is awesome because they get delivered, you try them on, you play with them for a little bit, you look at your closet, you see like what you have, what it goes with, and then what doesn't work, return it. Pack it back up. If nothing works, pack it back up, send it back out. I think is the best way to kind of learn what works for you. I don't know, there are no like tricks to it. It really is trial and error, and it really is learning what you love, even if it's against the grain. If it looks good on you, I promise you it's not against the grain because it will look great. You will look put together, you will look stylish. So you become a student of fashion and you become a student of style. That's it. I mean, that's all I can say. I don't know. All right, you guys. I hope you guys are all great. Let's start our day. Let me show you what I'm wearing. I'm running out the door for a quick casual appointment. So as we were talking about kind of proportions and how to play with them, I'm wearing a pair of oversized, really oversized pants. I paired it with a crop Jamie Holler sweatshirt. I love these sweatshirts, you guys. They're cut really well, they're not too thick, and they just kind of work really easy with my wardrobe. And then I'm wearing the Row Hugo slides. So this is kind of like the epitome of proportions, right? Really long, baggy, oversized pants, and then a cropped sweatshirt. I either will pull up my sleeves or I will keep them down. Either way, it works. And then what I'll do, again, this is like another playing with proportions. I won't do real oversized accessories. I'll do just the kind of smaller cat eye Saint Laurents. And then everything is just kind of put together. There's nothing fighting with one another. And that's what I kind of look for when I'm getting dressed. Because again, I'm only 5'2". If I go oversized everywhere, which sometimes I do, it just feels really big and really like way too casual. So if I'm feeling really casual, I'll do oversized sweater, oversized pants, and then a pair of Ugg boots or whatever. But I'm going out, I've got people to see. You don't have to follow like one set of rules. It basically is, what do you feel like that day? How do you feel that day? And if you check in with yourself on a regular basis, you will dictate what you want to pull. You don't need to look through Instagram to see what I'm going to wear or how I'm going to wear it or what I'm going to buy that day. Like, what are you missing? How are you feeling? What's your mood today? That really dictates how I pull my clothes out of my closet. So hopefully that helps with you. Also, I'm not wearing any makeup. So for me, like a clean, fresh, washed, hydrated face and skin go a long way. I did put a little bit of like shading in my eyebrows, but again, I don't really have anything on. So juxtaposition for me is always the way to go. So I hope that helps you guys. All right, I'm gonna go get my day started.